Is Vision alive in the WandaVision TV show? That's what we're going to talk about in this Marvel theory. So first off, we have to note that Vision and Wanda's powers both come from the Mind Stone, so it is possible that they are connected in some way and Wanda was able to conjure up some form of vision. However, if she were to create a vision, I don't think he would be able to think for himself as he appears to in this trailer. Now I'm going to bring up a quote from the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, back in 2019 when he stated, "Having the opportunity to tell more of their story, to see more of what Wanda can do, more of what makes Vision, and most importantly," that's the interesting part, most importantly, reveal a name that I'm not even sure we've said in the MCU yet, but we absolutely make a big deal of it in this show, which is that Wanda is in fact the Scarlet Witch. Now when you look up the Scarlet Witch's powers, one of the main ones is magic reality warping, which we have not seen in the MCU yet, and it's very obvious that they are trying to bring this into this show, especially with what Kevin Feige previously said. That isn't necessarily a new idea or concept. However, my theory is that Wanda was so desperate to have Vision back, she uses the Avengers Quantum Tunnel to steal back a different Vision from a different reality. Then she creates her own fake perfect world that they can live in, this being called WandaVision, which is a play on the word television. And what makes Vision special is that he is an android that can think for himself. He is self-aware, he's a very curious being. And so he starts to realize that the world he's living in isn't really what it seems, almost like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey, where he's literally living in a television show until he uncovers this whole entire conspiracy. We even see this happening when Vision flies off into the neighborhoods and it doesn't even seem like anyone is moving. I didn't notice this when I first watched the trailer, but if you go back, you can see that a lot of the people in the background are not even moving, and it isn't until Vision touches that woman's head that she begins to interact with him. So Marvel knows that we're smart enough to understand that the world we're seeing in this show is not necessarily real, and they're probably banking on the fact that we think that this Vision isn't real either. However, it makes a lot of sense for Wanda to be so desperate to want Vision back that she abuses the quantum tunnel machine, goes back and essentially takes a Vision from a different timeline, dooming that timeline essentially, but for her own benefit, which is obviously going to lead to a lot of consequences in this show, and maybe even more consequences that will lead right into Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, which Wanda will also make an appearance in. So it does make sense for Wanda to have interfered with the multiverse and then obviously lead that into Doctor Strange. So to answer my own theory, I do strongly believe that the Vision that we're seeing in this show is in fact a alive form of Vision, just not the exact one that we knew leading up to Infinity War. If you guys like this video, please give it a like so other people can find it, and maybe subscribe for more Marvel-centric videos. That's enough out of me, and I'll see you next time.